Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, then hi, my name's Becca. I'm a mum of 2 boys and I post all sorts of videos from day in the lives. Can you hear that rain? Like, how bad is that? Yeah, I post all sorts of videos from day in the lives, fashion, shopping videos, DIYs, mummy hacks, things like that. So if you really like those types of videos, I'd really love it if you would stick around and press that subscribe button that is just down there in red. It's completely free and I'm just going to get straight into the video. So in today's video, as you would have seen by the title, I'm going to be sharing with you some elf on the shelf ideas, as I know we all need them. Because come the middle of the month last year, I was struggling to try and find some ideas. I was looking on Pinterest and Instagram, so I thought I would share most of my ideas that we did last year. I filmed some of them so I can add the clips in as well, because that's how organised I am. I filmed some of the clips last year to put into this video, so I'm filming a year in advance. So most of these are really quick and easy ideas, because if you're anything like me and forget, you go to bed and then you realise just before you fall asleep you forgot to set up the elf. So most of these are done last minute and hopefully it can help you guys if you were in the same situation as I was most nights. Right, so I'm going to start off with how we introduce the elf. So this year I've actually done something different. So I actually put the elf in a black balloon and then wrote on it like "Pop Me." I've done a separate video on how to make that, so I'll leave that link below in case you've not introduced the elf yet, or maybe you've just decided to start doing it now. So I do that, and then I also get the elf to bring a 1st of December box for the kids, as well as the advent calendars. So in the box I have like the plates, the bowls, the cups, books, pajamas, jumpers, slippers, all things like that that I want them to use all throughout the month of Christmas, because I used to put it in the Christmas Eve box, but then I thought it was such a waste of money putting it in that box rather than just giving it them at the start of the month. So that's what I did last year, and I've done that again this year. I've also done a separate video on what I put in that box, so I'll leave that link below as well. The next idea is to put sellotape or duct tape or any sort of tape across your door all the way down to the bottom, so it looks like the elf has trapped the kids in, and then we just pop the elf in the middle of the tape, because the elf just then sticks to the tape. And then Ollie thought this was so funny, and I left a little gap at the bottom for us to be able to crawl out. But if you're going to do this, make sure that you're not trapping yourself in somewhere, because I trapped myself in my room and then I needed a wig, then I had to take the bottom bit off, crawl under myself to have a wig, and then tape it back up. Next is, I think it's called a shoe train. So you just line up loads of shoes in like a snake, or you could do this with slippers as well, and then you just put the elf in the front of it, and then you add some of their dolls or their toys in the other shoes, so it looks like the elf has made a shoe train. The next one is a really good one if you have completely forgot, you've woke up in the morning and you just realised you've not set up the elf. So if you can get YouTube on your TV, you just type in, I think it's elf stuck in TV, and Ollie thought this was hilarious last year. Just make sure you've not got the remote near you, that you're not going to accidentally sit on it, then it obviously ruins what you've been doing. I think there's a few of these, I can't remember because I did this last year, but I think we picked the one where the TV looked like it had completely smashed, so Ollie thought the elf had smashed the TV. So yeah, like I said, that is a really good one if you forget and then you just realise in the morning. Next is getting the elf to play Jenga. So we just set the Jenga up and then we just take a few of the pieces out, or put one in his hand, and then you can set it up with another elf if you've got more than one elf, or you can use an action figure. I think I used it with either elf or Spider-Man or something last year, so it looks like they're having a game of Jenga in the night. Next is probably one of my favourites. So you just roll toilet roll down from your kid's bedroom, and you roll it all the way down the stairs, all the way to the Christmas tree, and then wrap it around the Christmas tree. You can even stick the elf in the empty toilet tube, or you can have it holding the tissue up on the tree. The next one is a classic. You just get a tub of the chocolates you got in the house, so celebrations, heroes, just a tin of chocolate, and you just open a few of the wrappers around the tin, and then you just have the elf either sat in the tin of chocolates or hanging over the tin of chocolates. To make it more realistic, you can add chocolate to the elf's face. Next is to get a bunch of bananas or oranges. You can do it on any food really. You can do it on potatoes, apples. We did it on bananas, and we drew some on the bananas. We just left the marker in the elf's hand so it looked like it had been drawing it on the bananas at night. And because obviously you don't eat the peel of the bananas, you can still eat them. Next is another one I really love, to get all your kids underpants, knickers or socks and just hang them all over the tree, and then you just have the elf on the tree. Sometimes we add like little signs. We've got a little whiteboard. If your kids can read, then that's a good idea to write little notes on it. So I think we wrote on it missing something, but yeah, and then you can just like stick that in the tree, and then the kids can obviously read it. Next is to get an action figure, a Barbie or a doll, and stick loads of stickers all over the elf, and then have a sticker in the action figure or Barbie's hands. Ollie absolutely loved that one last year. Hope I'm not going too quick with these, but I've got to get through 24 and I don't want to bore you. So next is to set up the elf reading a book, and then you can just add some of the action figures, the dolls or dinosaurs or whatever in front of it, so the elf looks like it's reading a book. I always find that adding like the toys in into the elf antics at night just makes it that bit more special. Next is to make a hopscotch out of tape, or you could do it with flour or salt if you want it to be a bit more messy, but we did it with tape, and then you just put the elf in the hopscotch so it looks like it's made a hopscotch during the night. And then Ollie also loved this because then we had a hopscotch in the house and he wouldn't let me get rid of it for a few days. Next is to make a zip line. I made one of these last year just with string, and then I put it onto where we already had nails in the wall, so I didn't make any more nails. Then I just hung the elf on the zip line, and then I also added some of his action figures to it too, so it looked like they was all doing a zip line together. Next is to just add some food colouring into your milk that you got in the fridge. You don't even have to add the food colouring, you can literally just put a straw in the milk with the elf in the fridge drinking from the milk, and you can just ask your kids in the morning if you could go and check if you've got any milk left in the fridge, or if they'll get the milk out for the cereal, and then they'll see the elf. Next, if you're using 2 elves, you can just use one of their toys. To put one of their toys in the washing machine and then have the elf sat outside the washing machine with a sign that says saying help me, so it looks like the elf has trapped one of the toys in the washing machine during the night. Next, if you've got some dinosaurs, we placed loads of dinosaurs on one side and some dinosaurs on the other side, and then we popped both of our elves on top of the dinosaurs, and then it looked like they was having a fight. If you know Ollie, he was obsessed with the dinosaurs last Christmas, so he loved this one, and then when it was all set out he was playing with it in the morning. Another one which I don't know if it's a really good idea if you've got a sensitive child, but I don't think Ollie was bothered by it last year. I bought another advent calendar, so he only had a PJ Masks, a cheap one from Aldi, so after the 1st of December they go on offer to like 50p or something, so I bought another advent calendar, and then I opened all the doors to the advent calendar and took all the chocolates out and wiped some chocolate on the elf's face, so it looked like the elf had opened all of his advent doors. I don't think he was bothered by it. I think he thought it was really funny, but I quickly reassured him that it wasn't his and the elf was just playing a trick on him. Next is a bit of a messy one. All you're going to need for this one is just a tub of ketchup or mayo. I think I used them both because I had 2 elves, and you're just going to make a picture using the ketchup and mayo, and then have the bottles open with the elves sitting on top of it. Another idea that I love to do is to get the elf to bring like crafty bits or activity book. If you've got days out planned, so we go to Winter Wonderland every year. We also go to this snow place where we meet Santa, and if you're going to a pantomime or place like that, to print out some tickets, or you can even just get some paper and make your own tickets and have them in the elf's hand, and you can explain to them, because they've been a good boy or girl, that Santa has given the elf some tickets to say wherever you're going. Right, 4 more to go. So the next one is to either smear some chocolate over your toilet seat, or if the potty training, to sit the elf on the potty or the toilet, or if you don't want to deal with the mess you can just use chocolate chips instead, or you can use the old trick of putting cling film on the toilet, but that might get a bit messy. So this is definitely one of my favourites, completely forgot about this. So it's to paint all your noses red. So I paint my nose and then I go up and paint the kids' noses, and then I paint the elf's nose, and then you just leave the elf set up with the paintbrush in his hand and some red paint, and then just wait until they discover what's happened. Another one which isn't really a quick one, it probably would take some time, is to do like a little treasure hunt. So you can have a bag of gold coins with just like 1 in it, and then you can put a little note with the elf saying find the rest, and then go and hide the rest of the chocolate coins somewhere in the house. And if you've got more time on your hands, I suppose you can put like little notes next to each of the chocolate coins to give them a clue for the next one. And then the last one, I hope I've counted right, and this is the last one, is to set up like an elf breakfast. So you can get loads of Christmas disposable straws, cups, plates. You can also get like Christmas crumpets and stuff like that. So we did this last year. You can get little kids Christmas crackers from the pound shop as well, so I bought some of them, and it is just a really special magical way to end the elf's time with you that year. So I really hope you've enjoyed all these ideas. I'm going to leave my Instagram link below, make sure to follow me on there, and if you guys try any of these out, make sure to tag me. And just before you go, don't forget to subscribe. I'd really love it if you would stick around and watch our Vlogmas. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.